echo the energy and the love of too many people that are involved in this. New York program is very proud and very happy. We have been working very hard to develop this mini workshop for the 2016.
Hello everyone, welcome again. Thank you so much for coming to celebrate actually it's a 10 years anniversary of the New Yorkers program. We start from 2006. So we are really excited to have all of you coming to have an exhibition together, to celebrate, to have a workshop performance. So I don't want to take too much of your time because the star is all of our participants, and also we have a really special guest. It's Laura, is our museum director.
Hello everybody, welcome. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Guido. As you all know, Guido and Milchen lead this program with so much heart and spirit that I just want to acknowledge the two of them for all the hard work that they do. And just to commend everyone here who's been a participant in the New Yorkers program. It's an incredibly special project of the Queens Museum, and I know many of you have participated in it for many, many years. And I just want to say congratulations, happy holidays, happy New Year, and I'm so glad you're here to celebrate with us. Thank you.
One of our very interesting work from the drawing workshop, and welcome Sue, our teaching artist, the educator, to give us a little introduction so you know more about the piece and the process how we create this wonderful work.
I'm the instructor of the drawing class in Mandarin, and this is one of the pieces that we did at the final project. So as you can see, this is a big circle, and we've spent 2 weeks on this drawing. First of all, we take this circle down to Merrill Letterman Euclid installation. It's the piece table. You can still see it down there. It's the blue circle table. So this drawing was up there, and about 15 to 20 students sit around the table and rotate every 15 minutes. So a lot of the drawings overlap each other, so you cannot really tell who did what. But this is a collaborative piece that the theme of it is the meaning of New York to me. So a lot of them draw their daily life impressions of New York as well as landmarks of New York. And the second week we have color pencil and collage elements added on. So the students had great fun as well as I did. I have a very, very fun experience with this piece.
Using plaster bandage, alternate mold making process. So the idea was to be able to explore the students' own body, using their own body as a mold for the sculpture. So here you can see the work of my students, that they were able to explore different gestures of the hand, different parts of the body, and able to also, I think the workshop was really inspired for a lot of people, for a lot of the students that continue to do the work after the workshop. So you can see the work of the Brazilians, where I'm from too, on the floor and the pedestal, as a way of also thinking about a narrative with the body, and ways of how you can take it away from the body cast and then the painting, and introducing other elements to it.
It's a Spanish-English multilingual workshop. It was an experiment, and it was great, and we have here the creators of a collaborative piece that you can see here, okay, in this corner. So they are going to talk to you a little bit about the meaning behind this specific piece. This specific piece, they didn't do that here, but they did this with the knowledge that they acquired here, with the technique that they acquired here.
They always want to do a piece that would kind of be a replica of a religious purpose. Like they have a reference, the St. John Baptist, the decapitation. So it's like a Christian passage of the Bible.
And far from simple, even more effective.
to go to a realism, not to be scary, but to go to a realism. And now I'm speaking to by myself because I really see the piece as a way of also reinterpreting the Brazilian Baroque in the church with the real hair and the real realism for a lot of the statues. So that's my interpretation also from your work. So they did a really great job to continue what they learn and interpreting with their own beliefs and technique.
For coming here, and I am very proud to present you 30 of our students participating in the photo book storytelling Mandarin class. So for this class, we have asked the students to make a photo book from scratch. So for this photo book, first they have to come up with an idea. If they cannot be some photos that were taken, so they come up with an idea. It can be either fictional or documentation, and then they have to arrange photo shoots, making storyboards, arrange photo shoots, making photos, and then eventually they will need to edit photos down into a photo story, and then print it with the online book platform called Blur. So these photo books are the result of this class. So each little book you can just simply pick it up from this scanner and start reading it. And what I really enjoy about teaching this class is I feel like through making the students telling me the story that they made up, I get to know more about them. And some of these stories are about their personal life or about their immigration life and stories, about their desires and their dreams. And some of these are about their reflection of what they've seen in this New York and like their ideas upon the things they've seen.
I'm a student in this class, and this is this book as I made it, and we're talking about late in the senior center because I'm a volunteer in the senior center, and you know 5 days a week I'm in the center, and then I work with the old man to help them to do everything. And I make photo, video, everything for them to look. Okay. So this book I make it and I introduce the dive in the senior center, and so everyone will understand what is going on in the senior center. And this is a very good example for everybody when you get older and older, and then you can come into the city center. Thank you.
So we're gonna do this demonstration. Unity, solidarity behind operating this art piece. So we're gonna hold each other's hand and we're gonna create sounds together. The more strong grab you have, you're gonna have loud noise. So it was kind of symbol of solidarity with this our political atmosphere right now. And you can use the plant because the plant has the water, so it allows electricity to flow through the machine.
My name is Manuel, and this one, and we were both the teaching artists for this workshop. It's called Collective Storytelling, and it was based on the idea of sharing stories to different media. We use photography, we use video, we wrote, we work together, work in teams. A very important idea of my workshop was to be open to different collaborations, to find new interaction with other people around the classmates. And we're very happy with the people produced. There's some videos, there's some GIFs, there's photography, there's an installation, and inside there's a program of screens and performance. And you're welcome to join us.
Most of the work that you see here is a selection of participants' work that was made collectively, but also individual initiatives that we try to, during the workshop, we try to encourage each person to come up with a way to document their own process of their storytelling. Because I think a lot of the storytelling, the way we create the stories come from a process from inside out. That process of kind of going into a really root connection within ourselves. So there are also some exercises that we create in which participants needed to recreate a clip, a scene from a specific clip. In this case, this is a clip from a scene, The White Dove, and the idea was that the participant was able to look carefully the image, how this image is created. And then through that process, you start really discovering all these little problems or way to work, each person has a way to work, really. This is a set from a film by Chantal Ackerman that Charlene, maybe you can introduce. She recreated the set in order to replicate that scene of the film.
And it's about the critical thinking that goes behind identifying a problem, identifying those pain points, getting those insights. All the students learn how hard it is to get that insight right. And then proposing something, like really starting sketching out, doing some storyboards, and then doing some wireframes. So it was very exciting for me. I'm a user experience designer. I always wanted to do what I do at the New Yorkers.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Esta es la clase que dimos básica de fotografía. Good afternoon, everybody. This is a photography class, basic photography class in Spanish that we did at the LIC library. Quiero invitarlos a todos que pasen por el photobooth. Los alumnos están tomando fotos que luego ustedes van a poder bajar gratis. I want to invite you all to the photo booth that is by the students of the Project Luz class. They are taking pictures that you can later download for free. Así que luego pueden bajar esas fotos gratuitamente. Todos se pueden llevar también esta publicación. You can all take home this publication. And I also want to invite all the students that want to talk about their pictures, please.
We had it for free in New York, something that if you go somewhere else, you're going to have to pay a lot of money. So please, if you're interested, go to the school.
Primero quiero agradecer a la clase y a New Yorkers porque le da la posibilidad de un curso que es caro, tomarlo gratuitamente y aprender. Y su foto, él muestra su romanticismo por su país.
Es una exposición que hicimos en la clase de fotografía con la profesora Sol, que es lo que nos apasionaba. A mí me apasiona mucho viajar. Este es mi foto. Y me fui a muchos sitios y pude mostrar a las personas, ¿no?, las partes que yo conocí. Gracias a la profesora Sol y gracias también a la biblioteca.
Two participants of the collective storytelling workshop that happened in March this year.
S to the T to the O to the R to the Y, it's what I was born to do. T to the E to the double L-I-N-G, it's what connects me and you. It's that super sticky, can't get off me kind of glue. You see, stories are the things that bridge your flesh and mine. are what combine tongues and twists from yours to my land. They're how we understand each other. They're what will see us through the black and blue times that lay ahead, that lived behind. Stories spread joy, convoys of hopes and dreams, embers of lips spread tight. They ignite our heart. Stories are art. They're how we learn. Spinning ingredients collectively, we churn them into a deeper understanding, seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, living. Together we experience life. Together we hear words and sounds and know what it is to be found in this moment. Eyes locked, energies flowing, a glimpse of what the world could be. As a story bridges the gap between we've ever seen. Which is good, because I have a long way up to go, but bad because I'm afraid of heights. I steel myself, start climbing, and as I get higher and higher, I do my best not to look down at my past. I climb up, and as I reach the top, I pluck the sun right out of the sky before I even have a chance to realize that I've been holding my breath. Chance to squawk in protest or approval, I take the sun, my ball of light, and climb down that tallest ladder of my highest heights. I plucked the sun out of the sky. I know. At first I couldn't notice, I couldn't see that there had been any change. And then he spoke, and I was transfixed. I couldn't stop staring at the bright in his words, at the blaze coming from his teeth. I was caught in a blinding addiction to shining incisors, first molars and canines. Solar flares mixed with baked chicken and broccoli danced around my dreams. And then I realized that because I plucked the sun out of the sky and shoved it in his mouth, the world around me was dark. I couldn't see. I had taken that most special of special things and shoved it in someone else's mouth hole. Given it away.
I'm 80 years old. I'm too old to be burying a grandson. God damn it. First my oldest son, and now my grandson. You would think the man upstairs would have taken me out a long time ago so I wouldn't have to bury my children. I'm cursed, I tell you. I keep thinking that the man upstairs is punishing me because I had taken the life of someone's grandson during that war. And I didn't want to go. No. I was in this country for only 2 years. And I get a draft letter from the state of Illinois. Me, a Puerto Rican, who's never seen a Korean, is drafted in the first round. Gee, I ignored that letter. But the Army, no, they don't ignore it. They went to my job, Admiral, and they told my boss that I was drafted. Can you believe they grabbed me and I couldn't go home? They detained me like a prisoner. And I tell them that your grandmother was pregnant and that there was no one to look after her. But it didn't matter to them. And just like that, I became the property of the United States Army. And right away, the son of a bitch sergeant started asking me if I was a nacionalista, a Pedro Aviso Campos sympathizer. In hindsight, I should have said yes. Yes, I believe in Albizu Campos. He's fighting for territory. Country against country. Religion against religion. Blacks against whites. It's all bullshit. Come on, Eric. Don't worry about it. Come on. Don't worry about the cops. We gotta let them know this is our hood. You gotta let the world know you exist. Let them know where you're from, what you be about.
The first piece that I did was about telling stories and connection. Nancy's question is how can we do that in an area? How can we connect and tell stories in an era where everybody's connected to a device?
Stream.